Welcome back to the Brent Daniels Real Estate Live Show. We've got an incredible show for you today. We're about to jump into a live lead call that was handled by my junior acquisition manager, Chad Coulter. We're going to break it all down. It's going to be super, super, super helpful for you to see what to do in real time. All right, but first I want to just warm us up. Guys, there's only 3 ways to find deals. There's 3 ways to find deals. That's it. Outbound, this is where we usually start. This is called prospecting. All right, just like a prospector going out there digging for gold. It doesn't take a lot of money, but it does take a lot of time and effort. Then you've got inbound leads. This is marketing. We're going to break this all down. This costs a lot of money, but it doesn't take a lot of time. All right. So big difference there. And then referrals. Referrals are the best of the best of the best leads, but it takes some time to build up some reputation. It doesn't take any money, but it just takes, look how big that clock is. It takes a massive amount of time, not only to build up your database for getting referrals, but a lot of your time nurturing those relationships. So when we look at this, let's look at our outbound prospecting. What can we do? What can we do? See, this was always the problem that I had starting out. It was like, oh my gosh, I hear this person doing that, this person doing that, this person's giving this advice, this person's doing that. I was on chapter 1, they were on chapter 14. I was on chapter 1, they were on chapter 4. I was on chapter 1, they weren't even reading the same book. They were just imagining that they were reading a book and giving me advice. So I didn't know like what to do. All right. So if you're just starting out, you're chapter 1, you don't have a huge budget, this is where you live. Pick one of these and get really good at it. Pick one of them, okay? You've got cold calling owners or people that just inherited the property, right? Cold calling real estate agents. You've got making offers on the MLS, right? Just making, the property's been sitting there a while. You make an offer on it that's significantly lower than what it is on the market for. You could do cold emails. If you know how to do that, that seems to be gaining some popularity. I'm going to keep an eye on it. I'm going to put my thumb on the pulse of this one because this one might be really powerful. I know Dimitri Van Camp has been doing this for years and does really well with it, but there's really, really a lot of nuance to this. Cold DMs, reaching out to the property owners. You find out what their Facebook or Instagram profile is, or Instagram profile, and sending them cold DMs. Interesting strategy as well. These two are kind of warming up a little bit. These are kind of, people have been doing it, but it hasn't really been, put into a real, it hasn't been loud. People haven't been loud about it. It hasn't really been systematized. I don't know if that's a word, but whatever. Luke's looking at me like it's not, so probably not. Door knocking, we know what that is. This has had a resurgence. If there's one of these, the outbound, that has just been going bananas, door knocking pre-foreclosures. Rafael Cortez will join us at the top of the hour. Phenomenal. He's the master at it. So any questions you have on the live show, make sure you ask there. And then bidding at foreclosure auction. Again, not a lot of money you need, but time and effort, you need to put it in there. Okay? That's just the facts. And when I say time and effort, guys, 20 hours a week. 20 hours a week. We have 168 hours in a week. Find 20 to commit to your goals. 20 to commit to your dreams of being an entrepreneur, working for yourself, having freedom of schedule, having control of the time that you have left on this planet. It takes some time up front to build that, right? Inbound, this is marketing. PPL, pay per lead, really taken off in the last couple of years. PPC, pay per click. This is getting leads on your website. This is my main bread and butter. That's where this lead came from that we're going to hear from in this recording and break it all down. They're ready to go right now. They're the best. Pay-per-click, by far the best. TV, radio, bandit signs, direct mail, and I say Facebook and socials because you can do some YouTube marketing. You can do some Instagram marketing. I would just lump that all in. Expensive. I would say smaller markets, you're looking $3,500 to $4,000 per deal. Bigger markets, you're looking from $5,500 to $10,000 a deal. but they're fast and they're big deals. I'm just saying. This is where everybody goes. By the way, guys, this is where the big guys live. This is where the $1 million a month guys live. This is where the $5 million plus people, all of them live here. None of them live on the other ones. Like, for real. All of them live in inbound. It is all marketing at the end of the day. If you want to build a big, robust business, you better build up that inbound. And then you've got referrals here, which you've got no money. You don't need any money from referrals, but you need a tremendous amount of time. You got agent referrals. You got friends and family referrals. You got brand referrals. You build up a brand. You know, people see you on Better Business Bureau. They know your name. Billboards is another marketing one I should have put on there. And wholesaler referrals, right? These are your referrals. How are you going to build your business? When you're starting out, it's either referrals or it's outbound. That's it. That's it. And if you don't want to wait around for referrals, you better build your outbound. You better get on the phone. You better be proactive. You better talk to people every single day. Quality conversations. That's all you need. Conversations and offers. This is how we started out. But pick one. Pick one and just go. Go as much effort as you can, as much enthusiasm as you can. Go for it. All right? And then when you get to the point where you do have a good budget, like I do, you can go and spend a bunch of money on Google so that people find you and you get these type of calls. Watch this. You guys ready? Strap in. This one's going to, one, pull in your heartstrings, and two, this is real life. Now, I blurred out the address. I blurred out the name. YouTube doesn't like that, and I think just for privacy reasons, I think you guys can trust that this is a real call. This would be a silly thing to just fake. But this is a real call. So Chad does a live support call for the Rhino Tribe, which is my community, which is my mentorship group. If you're interested in joining that, go to wholesalinginc.com. All the information's there. We do 40 hours of support calls a week. And one of them is, or two of them, is Chad calling our leads live. So as leads come in, Chad grabs them, calls them, and you can hear him negotiate and go through it. I don't know about you, but I always learn a lot faster if I can see it in real life. Would you guys agree? Put in the chat. All right, here we go.
Guys, I just got this new, what looks to be like smoking hot lead in that just came in. So I just texted with her, and it's her elder motherly's house that needs a ton of work. Hello? Yeah, is this Heather?
Yeah.
Miss Heather, this is Chad with Joe Homebuyer. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm doing okay myself.
Watch your tone. Watch your pacing. Mirroring and matching. You could tell right off the bat, just the tone of voice. This is an amiable personality. This is somebody that's not just going straight at it. This is not somebody that's being loud. This is somebody that's being very, very quiet, and they're in a very stressful situation. But listen to this.
I wanted just to kind of introduce myself and speak with you for a few minutes about your mother's house here in Prescott Valley and see how I can help. I read some of the notes that you had kind of put in there, and it sounds like you're in town just for a short period of time and you really want to try to get this thing taken care of as soon as possible. You tell me, Miss Heather, how I can help you. I know it sounds like your mom's kind of going through a lot.
Listen to this, guys. People talk about closers. People talk about, scripts. People talk about all these things. If you ask open-ended questions and actually listen. Now, this is what was this, Luke? 90-minute call, 90-minute back and forth. We cut it down to 15 minutes. 85% of it is this person talking, not Chad. 85%. And just, these are the type of calls you get when it's marketing. And I know you don't get these a lot when you're prospecting. You're not getting these a lot when you're getting referrals. This is what you get from pay-per-click. I'm just saying it right now, or direct mail, or inbound, or marketing. Does it cost $3,000 to do a deal? Yes. Does it cost $6,000? Does it cost $10,000? But watch this.
I just need it gone,
Okay.
Okay. To get her out of here.
Mm-hmm.
When I took my leave of absence to come up here when she got hurt, of course, my company gave me the wrong information.
Yeah.
So I been here since Christmas and I'm not getting paid. So
you need to get back to work.
get back to work here.
Look at the discovery process. What do we do in discovery, guys? We have to determine a couple things, right? The nuts and bolts are it. You have to find timeline, motivation, price, and condition, right? Condition, timeline, motivation, price. All of those are the 4 pillars that we have to really understand. Really understand that is what the discovery process is. But if you boil it down, you have to understand what is their current situation and what is their desired situation. That's it. If you talk too much, if you try to sell yourself too much, you will not understand any of these and you'll waste your time. You'll make offers on properties that people will never do business with you. Watch how masterful Chad is at this. Is he slick? Is he going in with the zippity zaps? Is he hitting them with the bippity bops? No, he's just asking really good questions and listening to the answers.
Yeah.
And my problem is I wasn't expecting to walk into what I walked into when I got here, first of all.
Yeah.
I can't even accommodate her down there yet.
Okay. Okay.
So I have her last statement, from Bank of America, because crazy, she still owes money on it.
Okay.
Maybe 15.
Okay.
Or 20,000, maybe on top of that. I don't know.
So he's already finding out the price, right? He's already finding out what she owes. She's finding out how much they need on top of that. What are their expectations? And then he'll get into all the other things, right? But she's already giving the price. She's saying, and it was kind of cut out of there just to save some time here, but they owed about 22,000. 31,000, and they want 15 to 20,000 just to walk away and be done with the property. So he's pulling that out. Guys, everybody goes, well, how do we know, what offer to make, when to make an offer, all of these things. The best leads will tell you. If you're fighting these property owners to get a price out of them, you're doing something, there's something missing there. There's a trust factor missing there. You're hitting them too early. You're hitting them without building rapport. You're talking to somebody that's not truly motivated. Truly motivated property owners are going to tell you condition, timeline, motivation, price. I am telling you, it all happens on this call.
Into a hoarder in the few years that I was gone.
Yeah.
And then he packed all these boxes. And now I'm going through all these boxes just trying to find the paperwork.
Yeah. I want you to take a deep breath with me, and I don't want you to apologize again for the rest of the call, just because this is an emotional time for you, and I'm sure it was a shock to see the condition of the home. And
this is not sales, guys. This is a human being trying to help out a human being. This is Chad, who is probably the sweetest guy on the earth, actually just being like, hey, listen, let's take a deep breath together. I'm here to help if I can. Let's just let me know what's going on. That is when you build trust. That is when, and by the way, we go through all this at the 3/4 mark of this call. The neighbor comes over, starts talking to her about another investor that she should get an offer from.
Your mom, right? And so I'm kind of a talker, and I like to kind of get to know every person that I end up working with. What happened? So did you get a notification that you needed to go see her, or did she fall? Did she get injured? What happened? If you don't mind me asking.
She fell and she broke her knee and she broke her hip, or not her hip, her ribs.
Yeah.
And she did break her hip 3 years ago.
Okay.
She made it through that. My dad and my sister both passed away in the same year.
Gosh.
And my mom was like, don't worry about me. Take care of your family. I did. And she still fought me. And she keeps telling me to just go and take care of my family. And she's my family.
She sounds like an incredibly selfless woman.
She's the only one left.
Yeah. No. You're making me emotional because I can hear my mom saying the exact same thing. We've got a really small, tight-knit family with kind of extended family spread across
All true.
everywhere. But my parents actually followed me and my wife down to Arizona as well. So they did exactly what you did. And if I had kids and they left and we followed them, my mom would say the exact same thing. So, yeah, I can't even imagine what you're going.
She's feeling guilty. She's feeling guilty that she lives in Florida. Her mom lives here in Arizona. She went out to Florida because her kids lived in Florida. They moved to Florida. Now her dad and sister passed away, so it's just the mom here. She needs to get the mom to Florida. So she needs to get the mom to Florida. This woman's working full time. She takes a little bit of time off from her job to be able to go to Arizona so that she could help her mom move to Florida. Goes to Arizona, finds out the house is destroyed. Absolutely destroyed. We'll go through it.
Through, but it does sound like she is like the most selfless woman ever.
Because I know what needs to be done.
And now she feels guilty. She feels guilty that she let her mom be in this situation. It happens all the time, guys. This is why they don't want to put it with a real estate agent. What? She talks about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it's just not happening.
I'm here to help. And so this is what we do, right? It's been.
Has Chad pitched anything so far? Has he told her how great we are? Has he told her, what kind of offers we can give her? Is he telling what solutions we can provide? No. Discovery. It is not about what we're doing. It is what their goal is. Absolutely critical. This is a master class, guys. We do this every Tuesday, Wednesday in the Rhino Tribe.
Bigger than just making an offer and purchasing a home. For us, we're a small, tight-knit family group, and that have been working together for years. And we really try to serve the community that we work in and help people with real problems, because you just never know what type of curveballs get thrown your way. So you tell me, you're here until how long? I mean, I know it sounds like you got to get back ASAP, correct?
I do.
Timeline. We're going timeline.
There's no doubt about that. The 21st of this month, I think her final appointment with her orthopedist. So
okay.
I don't want to take her away before.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, Heather, we can close as soon as like 10 to 14 days. But if you guys want like a.
By the way, do you see what he's doing in the back? You guys can't see it because it's blurred out just for privacy reasons. He's literally comping this. He's looking at what's going on in the area. He's looking at the aerial shots. Why is he doing this? Because he can ask specific questions about the property. He can only, I have a philosophy. Somebody should be in the office at all times. And by office, I mean, he works from home. This is his home. He's in one of his bedrooms at his home in Gilbert, Arizona. My office is in Phoenix, Arizona. He's not here. Joshua, one of our acquisition managers, was in Prescott Valley where this is. He was in Prescott. Ryan was on another appointment all the way in Peoria, which is on the west side of town, right? Somebody in your company should be in the office at all time, taking inbound calls, being able to look at these to give specifics about the property. Because then you don't have to guess. There doesn't have to be I don't know how big it is. I don't know the age of it. This is a manufactured home in Prescott Valley. And so manufactured homes, if they're built before 1978, you can't get financing. You can't get financing. If they don't own the land, that's basically, you have to go through the motor vehicle division. That's the DMV. That's not even a real estate sale. So you need to understand that. And there's a difference between single wide and double wide. Single wides, it's really tough to get financing for. Double wides, no problem if they're built after 1978. That's why he's asking these questions. That's why he's looking at the map. That's why he's in front of his computer.
30-day close or 45 or even 60. We're more than willing to work with your guys' timeline and what would make sense for you guys. Are you hoping to be back in Florida, like, let's just say by the end of the month, or is that too soon, do you think?
I mean, I would like to be.
Yep.
I honestly don't foresee me completely emptying the house.
And that was my next. No, I would prefer you not to. And here's why. Our service is, I mean, you saw in the advertising, we do buy the house in as is condition, which means, you don't have to make any.
This is probably 25 minutes into the call. It's probably 25 minutes in the call before he even gets into it.
Repairs to the.
And do you see what he said? because we do TV, because we do pay-per-click, because this is marketing, we already have credibility. Okay. Once you get to the point after you get through I get it. If you don't have a budget and you're making calls and you're knocking doors and you're going out there, you can't use this. But once you get past that and you are bringing in, you can use it as credibility to build trust. So he doesn't even have to be like, well, I'm sure you already saw it. I'm sure you already know who we are. I'm sure you already saw our reviews, right? You just assume that they understand that we know what we're doing.
Property, right? You don't have to fix X, Y, and Z or renovate or, anything like that. But we also will purchase the house exactly how it sits right now. So meaning that you guys actually don't have to throw anything else out. You don't have to declutter anything else. You don't have to clean anything else. I would prefer you just go through mom's stuff. And
you guys better stick around. Chad's here at the top of the hour. 39 minutes.
Take the things that you guys want and leave the rest of the stuff that you don't. Because when we go through it, the chances are we're probably going to, and don't take this in the wrong way, but gut the place, right, and start from scratch. I mean, obviously take your mom's belongings and what you want, the meaningful and valuable things, but
write it down. Take the meaningful and valuable things. This is a hurdle that we see all the time. I can't sell it because I need to get the stuff that we want out of it. My mom has some stuff she wants out of it. Great. Take the meaningful and valuable stuff out, leave the rest. Words matter. The way that you use words matter. Freaking masterclass.
the rest, because we'll take care of it.
He's in his bag.
I read some of the notes about the actual house. Can we just kind of go through some of the basic specs of it? I just want to confirm some basic info. It's a 2-bed, 2-bath. Is that right?
He already got price. He already got motivation. He already got timeline. And now he's going into into condition. Right? Woo. Look at the order he's doing this in.
Yes.
Okay. And you already told me what year it was built. Online, I'm seeing it's roughly about 1,240 square feet, 1,250. Does that sound right to you?
Yeah.
We're going to go with that then. Because typically with manufactured homes, you can find it pretty easily. Is it a single wide or a double wide, or do you know?
It's double.
Now, just confirming, your mom does not pay any sort of like lot rent, correct? She owns the lot that it sits on?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
That is actually worth the most money.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
She's got a really crappy house, but it's in apparently.
He's so good he could listen and go down and pull all the information. What he's looking at is the tax assessor. It's called Monsoon. It's connected to our MLS. It's a powerful tool. That's why getting a license and having access to the most powerful tools that the realtors use is a huge advantage.
This area now is a desirable area. She lives opposite of the state land, and she's got the mountain view.
Okay. Is there a garage, did I see potentially, or no?
There is a garage, but years and years ago, they put up a wall to kind of turn it into 2 separate little rooms.
Yep.
But I mean, all you got to do is knock that wall down.
Okay. I think I saw maybe some.
How's her tone now? How is her confidence now? How is she communicating now? It's because she trusts who she's talking to. Because he actually is listening. He's actually trying to solve the problem. He's actually discovering, what is your goal? My goal is they needed to sell it in 3 weeks, as is, leave stuff, and get $20,000 after they pay off the mortgage. That's their goals. He already knows that. The only thing is, are they going to do business with us?
Was there like a water leak of some sort?
So I know she had the roof partially replaced years ago.
Okay.
But I know it was only partially replaced.
Yeah.
But you can see water damage. I mean, I even took pictures of it. You could see the water damage.
Okay.
In the living room. I don't know whose genius idea it was. Probably my mother's.
No. It's okay.
The master bedroom, it looks like she took the ceiling down.
Mm-hmm.
And then she replaced it, paneling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I have found very many like do-it-yourself
Yeah,
type deal.
like a
They
mate.
did not go well.
I'm just going to assume at this point we're going to need to account for everything. Roof, probably putting in an AC because I'm guessing there's no central air. Is it like a swamp cooler or unit?
Swamp cooler, and then she's got like a window unit in there.
I'm guessing kitchen, bathrooms, paint, like all that stuff needs to be replaced as well.
Oh yes,
What does she owe in the house? Have you looked? Have you heard? Like, do you know, Heather?
31,000 and some dollars. I don't have it with me right now.
That's okay. That's okay. Is there heating in the house or no?
There is.
Let's get this thing started for you. What do you need in order to feel good about
Guys, there's something called advanced agreements. It is the difference between the pros and the amateurs. Advanced agreements. There's only 3 factors, right? There's the price, there's the terms, and there's you. That's it when negotiating. Can you pull out and agree on the price? Can you agree on when they want to close and under what circumstances? And do they want to do business with us? That's it. He's gonna do it all right here.
getting this process started right now and us kind of taking over from here, and something that will obviously put you guys in a good position moving forward, and have some kind of security and some funds for your mom moving forward. Like, what do you guys need in order for this to happen?
I just need a decent offer on the house.
Yeah.
And then I'm just going to.
What is your goal? That's the question he just asked. What is your goal? And she's telling him.
Heather, do you guys need the funds to get back home?
Yes.
So I'm looking at the calendar here. Today is the 8th, right? So let's just say hypothetically, in the next 20
Guys, this was January 8th.
minutes or so, you and me can come to terms. We can make this work. And we open up escrow with the title company tomorrow morning, first thing. Okay. So that's the 9th. I can probably have everything closed and wrapped up for you guys. I'm thinking by the 20th or the 21st, Heather. So that's about 11 days or so, 12 days. Is that enough time?
Well, her doctor's appointment's on the 23rd.
Okay, so then let's do it after that.
Even like the 25th or so would be all right.
Okay, so that's a Saturday. Do we want to do that following Monday, the 27th?
Oh, that would be better.
Because I want to make sure that we do this the right way, right? We have our I's dotted and T's crossed, right? Because we want to make sure that we're doing right by you guys and by everybody else involved. Is there anybody else helping you make this decision, or is it?
Oh, write it down. Write it down. Is there anybody else that needs to be in on this decision? It's the mom's house. This is the daughter coming in to help to move her to Florida. Who else is the decision maker here? You have to pull it out. This is the masterpiece. All of it. It checks all the boxes. Condition, timeline, motivation, price, decision maker. And then it's just, will they do business with us? And then the curveball gets thrown in. Wait for this, guys. It's wait
Just
for
you,
this.
Miss Heather.
It's just me.
At the beginning of the call, you were kind of telling me, like, you obviously wanted the mortgage paid off and like 15 to 20,000 on top. Is that fair?
Yeah, more for 20 would be nicer.
You said they owe about 30, is that right?
Yeah, 31 something.
31. Okay. So 20 would be at like 51. How do you plan on getting back? U-Haul or what?
Yeah, we're gonna have to take the U-Haul.
This is what I'm going to propose. If I can get this approved.
So they talked for a while and she didn't have the money to pay for the U-Haul to go from Arizona to Florida. This was the hurdle. This is the objection. This is the shark, as we call it, when there is Heaven Island and Hell Island. Hell Island is their current state. Heaven Island is their desired state. There's a bridge that we cross. The bridge is what is our offer. A cash as is offer. Okay. Fast close. Okay. Leave the stuff. Okay. Here come the sharks. What's the shark? Well, I can't make a decision because I need to make sure that all of the items that we want to take with us get to Florida, but I can't afford it. What? Oh, we'll harpoon that shark.
Approved of an offer price of, let's just say, let's call it 52,000, right? Because that's rounding up.
And by the way, Chad's not the decision maker. Jeremy, my disposition's the manager's the decision maker on the price. He's slacking him. We got a Slack account that he's slacking him on his computer, trying to find out if this is a decent enough offer. He's going through his due diligence. When he puts her on hold, it is not just a technique to, kind of do the walk away, although it is. And I'm curious to see how you guys feel about it. But he's literally waiting for Jeremy to say yay or nay.
It'll be 20,000 and some change probably. And I can cover your moving expenses and pay for the U-Haul and the movers. Is that something that we can make a deal on?
Yeah.
Because I might have to hop into my finance guy's office just real quick, and I can just put you on hold for a couple minutes. But if I can do 52 to get you 20 and some change and cover the U-Haul on the way there, we have a deal?
Yeah.
Advanced agreements.
Okay. All right. Will you give me like 2-3 minutes?
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. Give me 2 seconds, and then I'll be right back. I'm just going to put you on hold.
And I finally just got desperate to the point that
The neighbor came up. Hey, what's going on? What you doing out here? What's happening? Oh, I just got desperate. I'm ready to sell the property. And this is crazy. This is
I
wild.
had no choice but to get a hold of the people that buy houses for cash. I went on the Better Business Bureau and pulled one off of there, and I did have a real estate agent that she came by and everything, and then she told me if I wanted to do the cash thing, she recommended one, so I pulled that one. That's what I'm in the process of doing.
Learning some good info here.
I guess the person I'm talking to, I guess they buy lots of these properties here in Prescott Valley. Okay. And manufactured are not a problem. Is that a manufactured too? Oh, yeah.
Guys, this happens all the time. As soon as you hang up with a property owner and you've already given them the price, he goes, if I can get you 52 and get you moved. So he's already given her the price, right? And so they can now go to somebody else and go, hey, I got 52 and they're doing this. If you could do something better, then I'll sell it to you. This is what happens, guys, when you get ghosted. This is what happens. When I say time kills all deals, it's because of these conversations right here.
It was like 15 minutes. They were all out there long. They did it all. Except for the walls and the ceiling. We did the bathroom. It was nothing like
Chad's just waiting for Jeremy to give him the thumbs up.
a mobile home.
Oh, really?
So they might. I don't know what they're willing to give you, but the sign that's out front is the people that did that one. So they might.
Yeah, I'll get their number too. I just keep calling places.
Look at Chad. Look at Chad. Chad's like, okay. Enough of this.
There it comes. I knew it.
Yeah, I don't want to stay really any longer than she has an appointment on the 21st for her knee.
Yeah, she's on the phone with a neighbor.
For that because I got to get her all set up with a doctor and stuff down there.
Right, John? John's in the comments being like, oh my gosh, this is so aggravating. 100%. Because here's the thing, like without a doubt, we do this all day. We do it every day. We take pride on our ability to communicate. We do on our ability to really problem solve. And then somebody comes in, some knucklehead comes in, and screws it all up. And then they come back to us a month and a half later because they couldn't close. And now they're in a worse situation and it turns into nonsense. So Chad knows we need to get this done right now. And he's going to tell you his 2 strategies. And then Tom Kroll's here in the waiting. Tom, give me just a little bit. We're rocking
All
on
right,
this.
we're going to have to be very careful here. Very, very careful. I got an idea. My acquisition manager, Joshua, he's actually up in Prescott today, which is close to Prescott Valley. So I'm going to give her 2 options. We're either going to do this on the phone together right now, or I'm going to have Joshua go out there today at 2:30 in person and get it signed with Mom. So freaking neighbors, man.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I actually just got back into my office. How are you? You okay?
Okay. Well, it was like perfect timing. Because some of the burners are here sitting outside.
Okay, I have two options for you. And you tell me which one maybe would make the most sense. I could put the agreement together right now and email it over to you. We can stay on the phone and maybe you can go inside and get with mom and we can
Have to stay on the phone. Don't just email the offer. They have to stay on the phone. As a professional courtesy, I'll stay on the phone. I'll walk through all of it so that you understand anything and I can answer any questions.
go through it together, or
Okay.
it just so happens that my partner, Joshua, he's actually walking one of our other projects in Prescott Valley, and he can actually come by the house to meet you guys in person around 2:30 or 3, and then we can get everything finalized in person. So I wanted to put both options out there for you and see which one would make most sense and which one you would feel most comfortable with.
If he can handle sitting in this cold, messy house.
Yes, he will come out and pretty much come over and just, get some pictures of the property because that'll help us, honestly, instead of having to reschedule it. That'll help us. That way we can get it over to our crew members and they can start putting together like a renovation package for us. So if you're open to it, okay, I'll have him be there at 1:15 and then he'll get everything put together in writing for you guys. And then he'll get his pictures and then we'll get you guys taken care of. And then what I will do is once he sends me over the documents and I get them into escrow, I will give you a call and let you know, okay?
Okay.
Okay. All right, my dear. Well, I'll have him there at 1:15 if you want to just make sure the dog is out in the RV, okay?
Hey, thank you so much.
All right, my dear. I'll talk to you soon, Miss Heather.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
Mhm.
Boom. What'd you learn? What'd you learn? Put it in the chat. Put some fire emojis, put some thumbs up, put whatever emotions come to your mind and to your thumbs on your phone as you're watching this and or your keyboard. What do you think? What'd you learn from it? What'd you get from that? What do you think? Is there anything missing that you think? Give some critique. What are your thoughts? Put it in there. Guys, we do this every Wednesday, by the way. If you'd like to like and subscribe, that would be huge. It'll just add, I don't know if you're like me, but I like money and success. And so if you like money and success, make sure that you subscribe and hit that like button. Boom. Oh, man. I'm just messing with you. But truly, if you implement what we have on this channel, you will win. Empathy. Yeah. Active listening. It was huge. Success, love, speed. That's it. You got to get out there. You absolutely have to get out there as soon as possible so that you can or get them on the phone and go through that offer. Because there's so many neighbors, there's so many knucklehead family members or somebody else that is going to try to put together a different strategy and confuse them. We know what we're doing because we've done this thousands of times. And then we have to go and clean it up if it doesn't happen. One, it's a good business strategy, but two, it's what's in the best interest for this property owner. What is their goal? Discover. She started off that crying. We ended this with them hugging Joshua after he left the appointment with the signed agreement. We closed that deal on the 27th or 27th, that Monday, and they had their U-Haul packed. We paid for that. It was $3,000. Boom. Done. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. Stand up, everybody. Get your heart pumping. There's one man in town that's going to take you to Funky Town. It's Tom Kroll.
That was the most amazing thing I've ever seen in our industry.
Right?
Ever.
Right.
Can I, you know what I learned from that and what I'm learning right now from watching you and watching this? And guys, you want to know the real trait? Give it all away.
That's it.
The first time I met Brent, right? You know what he gave me was the copy of Bob's book, The Go-Giver, right?
Yep.
I mean, brother, on that call, there was no twisting and turning and lying and omitting and hiding and scamming or tricking or no. Give it all away. Guys, this is literally an abundance mindset at work right now. We see this with every wealthy, successful person. They're not hoarding, right? They're not eating with their hands around the plate, slapping someone's hand when they take a French fry. Not that Brent eats French fries, but guys, I mean,
Sweet potato fries.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, sweet
Low
potato.
glycemic. You know what I'm saying?
You don't want to spike that insulin. But guys, I'm telling you, I am in awe. I have been in this industry for over a decade. I've got my here's one of the original here right there. The
There it
black,
is.
the orange is bleeding through on one of the original cups from a decade ago, and I'm in shock. I'm blown away. I mean, first of all, that is worth $15,000. That recorded call, 15 all day, way more than that.
Yeah.
Way more than that. But I can build an entire I mean, guys, my goodness gracious. This is an abundance mindset. When you are chasing and hoarding, oh man, what a lesson in wealth and success. I mean, honestly, from a 50,000 foot view, if you're a wholesaler, sub 2 guy, whatever it is, any form of real estate, you have to be watching this, right? But from, I don't care if you sell collectible stamps or door hinges, you've got to be watching this. This is an example. You're seeing real life. Everyone wants to know what's the secret. They get to watch it right here live. This is the secret. Oh, man. Beautiful.
And I think it's important to know that it is Chad does this all day long, right? Chad's been doing this all day long. Chad gets a lot of leads. He gets anywhere from, let's call it 5 to 7 new leads every single day coming in. It's the same conversation. He's been doing this over and over and over. Not all of them go that way. Not all of them are so emotional. But a lot of them are, Tom.
Oh yeah.
A lot of them are. And we need to understand why they're emotional before we can help serve them. I mean, this is going into a doctor's office and you go, oh, I got a headache. And they're like, oh yeah, well, let's just cut your, let's cut this part of your brain out. You know what I mean? Like, no, you have to go in and see what's going on, what's causing this, and really understand, really uncover. And that's really the point. And you had, Tom, if you go back, if you time travel, and I know that you've really transcended into business in general, but really when you were back in wholesaling, Todd had, and you had, and I don't know if it was just a collaboration or if it was just Todd that put it together, but like certain scripts that you used when people called in to really understand what was going on. Right. And you had like 5 things that were going to happen, right? 5 things that should happen on every call. Is that right?
100%. I mean, question number 9. And when we used to run it a long time ago was you had to memorize. If you wanted to move on to the next module, you had to memorize it and make it, it had to be in your voice, in your tonality and volume. If I could pay all cash and close immediately, what would be the best price that you'd consider if I paid all the closing costs and there were no agent fees, right? What I really picked up on his script, because if you're watching this and you're feeling intimidated and I'm not at that level and I can't, first of all, it's practice. Number 1. Number 2, look at Chad's body language, right? Look, he's relaxed. He's not anxious and chasing or desperate. He's attracting. He's not chasing. He's attracting. Guys, when you're on these calls, hear my voice. Slow down. Don't try to you will never convince that person or any other person. Most people who have a house don't want to sell it. Most people who want to sell it don't want to sell it at a low price. Slow down. Let them speak. Don't be anxious or desperate, and you will learn how, in all things in business that are great and worthwhile, you will learn how to conquer awkward conversations, to ask the questions. Listen to the questions, right? When he doesn't get scared, he's going directly in. I mean, it was really that call. I've never seen anything in our industry as valuable, given away for free, especially. I can't believe it, right? That is brilliant. That's an entire, anybody who's listening to this right now, you should take that and record it and play it 15 times in the morning and 15 times before you go to bed every single day for the next 90 days if you want to have a massive net worth. I mean, that was really, brother, I am blown away. It literally checked every box of 50,000 foot view of attract, don't chase, of being confident, not being scared of the answer, not assuming you know how the seller is going to react to your question. I mean, man, beautiful, beautiful. Where's this kid? I'm taking him to lunch. I want to get to know this guy.
Chad, we found Chad on LinkedIn. He was door knocking, selling solar in July during COVID.
Guys, right? How did you find him? How did you let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
How did you actually find him? Did you know somebody who knew him? Did you put out an ad?
Nope. Jackie went on LinkedIn, typed in solar sales, and he just looked like a sweetheart. And so she DM'd him. Hey, we have a real estate company. Wanted to see if you would like to talk about an opportunity to join the team.
So,
right?
So he was already working, and you're
already working. He always.
Guys,
you only hire somebody that's working. Go ahead,
please,
Tom.
can we tell everybody, guys, you are not a Fortune 5,000 company. Let them do all the testing. If you want to work for me, you've got to get a job first. I only hire working people. If I'm not going to be your guinea pig. So these are all the rules in business. Hire people who are already working, and those field guys in sales from not just my businesses, but all my clients' businesses, when they're selling vacuums and fences and security, and the one guy, what's the fence with the dog it's like an invisible fence? Hired one. Oh, brilliant. They're just killers. Hire people who are working. I love it, brother. This is a Harvard MBA on YouTube. Or wherever we are right now. I love it. This is, brother. It's very hard to impress me. I'm going to be honest with you. I am impressed. Impressed. That is brilliant. Everybody they're all searching for the secret. That's one of the secrets right there. Forget the law of attraction. Watch that video.
Well, you really taught me, Tom, because I came from a cold calling, door knocking background. I joined Wholesaling Inc. in 2016. You were teaching people who to send these postcards to.
Right.
And then when they came in, you made us learn the script for not chasing. You were like, the biggest thing ever is if you chase a dog that you're trying to get back in the house, it'll run away from you. Right? If you start walking back, it'll start coming back towards you. Yes. Right. And I think that always stuck in my head. And that was always something that I trained on, was like, guys, if you're trying to sell too much, if you're trying to show them how great we are, if you're trying to go through all these things before you even know what they're trying to accomplish, you will lose every time. And your confidence is going to get destroyed. It's that classic sell me this pen. The magic thing about sell me this pen from Wolf of Wall Street is only sell to people that are interested in buying pens. You don't know if people are in the market to sell their property until you understand why they're in the market to actually sell their property. Go through this process with people that have made the decision they're going to sell. And you don't know that until you open it up and have the conversation. You taught me that, Tom.
Brother, there's so much to unpack. There is an entire course.
Yeah.
Let me know when we're going to put this together, because there is an entire course on that just from Chad. And also it wasn't what he said, or it's not just what he said, and it's not just how he said it. It's also what he didn't say, right? Yeah. I mean, guys, there was no, Tom, how do you know if someone's chasing or attracting? What are you listening for? It's not what you're not hearing is verbal diarrhea, over talking, run on sentences that never stop because I'm trying to convince you how great I am. No. There was none of that.
Tom, that was a 15-minute segment. I have over 200 live hours of Chad doing that in the Rhino Tribe. I have over 200 hours of Chad making live lead calls. Some that they totally blast him, some that he's having great conversations, some that don't answer, some that he's leaving voicemails, some that he's negotiating on the phone. We have dozens of deals, probably over 100 deals that he's got live over the phone in our library.
Yeah, it's
bananas.
It's literally if you want $1 million net worth, I mean,
Yep.
honestly, and allow this phone call. If you're listening to this and you're just like having a pity party and you're feeling sorry for yourself and whatever it was, right? I get it, right? But just know how powerful you are. If you've been waiting to take the courage, borrow it from Brent, borrow it from Chad. Know you're going to make mistakes, and that's okay. You're going to make mistakes whether you have an MBA or you don't. So you might as well just go make the mistakes. The results are the education. The education comes from getting results. If you've been waiting for the permission to go take uncomfortable action, it is right now. It's today. This is your permission to go out, make mistakes, take massive imperfect action. Don't worry about what anybody has to say about what they think about how silly you look. Go be willing to look silly. And I am telling you, no one has ever built anything great without any awkward conversations. So if you've been willing and you've been wanting it and you're fed up and you're done, take that call. Call up Brent's, call Wholesaling Inc. and say, I don't know what I was doing, but I got him to sign this napkin because I didn't have anything else. How do I join? What do I do next? I mean, my goodness, I just love it. I love it.
Well, we're going to be doing a starter community for Wholesaling Inc. coming up at the end of the month. It's going to come with a CRM. It's going to come with how to pull all the leads and use AI and do incredible, with the tools. And it'll be a membership thing that's going to be outstanding. And then obviously we have the mentorship. So guys, it's exciting stuff in 2025. You're not alone. I'll tell you that. And Howard, young man, he's early 20s. He's talking to 50 new people a day, Tom. 50 new. I challenged him. He was going 30. And he's like, no, 30 is too easy after the first 10 days. Now he's going 50. He's probably on the dialer right now with us in the background.
And listen, Howard, anything you need, you give that guy my cell phone number. I love that. So any way I can help, you let him know. And I will tell you, that's really what it comes down to, is really realizing you can have anything you want. There's no such thing as a lack of motivation. There is only the wanting of one thing more than another. If you don't have it yet, you don't want it bad enough. This is what Morgan Freeman teaches us in his acting career. It was when he made the decision that I am going to do this, or I am going to die trying. That was my experience. That was Morgan Freeman's experience. It was so many great men and women of consequence who came before us, is I am going to do this or I'm going to die trying. And we've never lost a student. I don't know a client that's ever passed away. So if you're going to do this, go out and do it, and just go all in, all the way, and keep going. And just when you think you've gone far enough and you just can't go anymore, you go 10 more miles and you keep doing it and keep doing it until you pass out. That's the way to do it. Bam.
You're the best. Coachinginc.com, coachinginc.com. If you are a teacher, if you are a coach, you have to be in Tom's world. Coachinginc.com. Thanks, Tom.
Love you, brother. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
See you. Chris, so every week we have 30 to 40 hours of support calls in the Rhino Tribe, and then that gets boiled down to the top 90 minutes to 2 hours. Alejandro, who's right here in the office next to me, and Lorena put that together. That is what you should be having. You should be listening to that yourself, Chris, because you're in the Rhino Tribe. Just put that on every week, on the weekends, on the, whatever you're driving, you're working out, whatever. So you got access to that. I would have your junior acquisition on that, because Chad's a big part of that, huge part of that. By the way, guys, Chad's here in 7 minutes. Chad's going to be here in 7 minutes to answer your guys' questions. So make sure, if there is any questions that you have about pre-qualifying, any questions that you have about negotiating, any questions that you have about advanced agreements, any questions that you have about how do you stay in your house all day and be on the phone? Did it take a long time to build up that endurance? All of those things, we're here. Now, I had a great question. Somebody put in about there it is. Andrew Shelby. Hey, Matt, can you give me that, the blueprint matrix that you put in the presentation that I'm doing for the NorCal REI? Not that exact one, but the one we usually use. Can you upload that so that I could show Andrew here kind of what that looks like from a high level? It depends on a few different factors. It depends on, are you in a big market or a small market? Do you have experience or no experience? Do you have a budget or do you not have a budget? Right. And so based on that, we really put together the right plan for you so that you can go and get to a deal as fast as possible. That's the best way to do it. Is it not just in our files? Okay. So we'll get into that matrix and then, and we'll look at all of those, but really guys, you have to remember this was, can you switch me over to here, Matt? I know that you're doing a bunch of stuff. Remember where you're starting out, right? Where are you starting out? Do you not have a lot of money, but you have a lot of time, or not a lot of time, but it's congested, but you still don't have any money, right? You need to do outbound prospecting. You need to start here. This is where I started. I knocked 15,000 doors. I talked to 45,000 property owners on the phone. I picked up the phone and I prospected them. Okay. This is a combination of canceled listings, expired listing, for sale by owners, and driving for dollars. And then I got real gangster and I got the probate list. Probate is by far the best list. And the best list, the resource that we have is US Lead List, and they hook you up with our affiliate code. And I know I'm doing a bunch of promotion here, but I don't care. I want you to win. And I think a lot of other people's stuff is nonsense. And I actually have a really good business and I'd love to share it with you and have you in my world. So whatever, I have conviction around it. But you gotta be proactive when you're starting out, right? If you don't have a huge budget, is it ready, Matt? Okay, here we go. Let's get that in there. Right here, guys. And it's kind of hard to see if you're on your phone. Make me smaller, Matt. Oh, Chad's in the background. Uh-oh, get ready, guys. Hey, Chad, a lot of love, bro. You do know what the opening part of this was? Was 15 minutes of your record? Let's just give him a little preview real quick.
No, I didn't, but I did click on your YouTube link and I saw my picture in the background. I was like, oh shoot.
So it was that call that you had with Miss Heather?
Yeah.
Hold on, not yet. Let me go through this first, and I'll bring you back on.
You're good, man. No worries.
All right. Boom. All right. There. Perfect. All right, guys. Here it is. You're looking at direct mail referrals, TTP and SMS. That is cold calling and text message marketing. We've got working with virtual assistants to do some of those. We've got pay-per-click. We got pay-per-lead. Now, there's some in there that you can kind of blend in with pay-per-lead and pay-per-click, more marketing. But I don't do bandit sides, so I'm not going to speak to it. I don't do billboards. I don't do radio. Most people aren't ready for TV. So I kind of leave out the bigger ones, but this is really it. Look at the factors down there. Look at the brainstorms. Okay. What are you? Are you a proactive starter, a quick starter, a move up plus, a performance, or a performance plus? You like those titles? Mike Mahoney came up with those. He's such a wordsmith. Look at that. But listen, are you part-time or full-time? Do you have any experience? Do you have any money? So if you're part-time or full-time, oh, there you go. And you have no experience and you have no money, you start at the top there. You can do some direct mail because it doesn't cost you much. Boom. Welcome, Rafael Cortez. You can start building referrals. And guys, by referrals, that just means post every single day to your stories, I buy houses cash. That's all you have to do. Nobody does it. Stephanie Hunt does it. She's going to join us at 11:30 Mountain Time. So that's 10:30 Pacific and 1:30 East Coast. She's phenomenal. She's already closing deals just by posting every single day. Should you get a VA? No. Should you do pay-per-click? No. Should you do pay-per-lead? No. You don't have any money. Okay? So either call or text any of these people. Go right here. Any of these. You could cold call owners, you could cold call agents, you could cold email, you could cold DMs, you could door knock, you could bid, you could do MLS offers. That's all built into that TTP. So you got to do something there. Okay? Now, are you part-time? You have no money, but you have experience? It's pretty much the same. Are you part-time and you have money and you're new? Great. You could hire a VA. You could do some paper leads because you know how to, you have the money to be able to do it. You have the budget to be able to do it. And then with if you're part-time and you have money and you have experience, you should do both. You should do both calls and texts. And then boom, just go down the line. So that's what we go through. It's all customized, guys. Everybody has a different situation. Everybody lives in a different market. Everybody has a different budget. Everybody has a different schedule. It has to be customized. That's the custom blueprint that we do in the Rhino tribe. That's what we do. So there you go. If you're interested in that, wholesalinginc.com. Apply now. Boom. Chad.
That matrix you have there, man, it really clarifies everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really helps out. So we just went through Chad's live lead call. Absolutely bananas. It was an incredible call. Chad, talk to us about your daily schedule. What does that look like?
With work or just like everything? Because
everything.
I'm up early. The alarm hits at 5. I'm out of bed at 5:20. I'm at the gym by 6:15. I'm out of the gym by 7:45. I'm home and ready to work at 8. Typically, we'll try to get in a shower and a quick breakfast, but I'm on the phones ready to go by 8 a.m. taking inbound stuff, and sometimes even earlier, if it ends up coming in at 7 or 7:30 or whatnot. And then pretty much on call all the way up until 5 o'clock, until Joshua takes over. But any time between 7 and 5 is really kind of my go time.
What does on call mean, Chad?
Well, pretty much taking any sort of inbound lead that comes through, whether that be PPC, TV, mail, PPL, whatever we got going on. And so if a lead calls in, or if a lead fills out a form through our website, I'm expected to make that call, take that call, and do my due diligence to try to get it either locked up on the phone or get an appointment set up pronto.
Condition, timeline, motivation, price. Which one's most important to you?
The timeline is first, for sure. Always timeline.
Why?
I mean, that's where all the power lies, in the negotiation, right? There's a timeline involved, and if someone has to make a decision by a specific date, and if they're feeling that pressure, everything else will align, right? That's how you have that's how you're able to hold a lot of the cards in your negotiation and really get those deep discounts. And with your numbers, is if they have a true timeline. If they don't have a timeline, then they can go and call Brent, they can go and call Raphael, they can go and call whoever to see if they can't get a better offer. So if they have a timeline, the timeline will always show what the motivation is. And if you have those two aligned together, it's a great potential lead for sure.
I like that. What's your response time on the leads? I want to hyper emphasize that.
Yeah, so they fill out a form on our website, and then it goes to a video link of Ryan pretty much telling them, like, thank you for filling out the form with Joe Homebuyer. We'll reach out to you here within a minute. And so the goal is within 30 seconds of that lead hitting my phone, I'm on the phone with them, or at least calling. So I might even get that text and I'll wait 30 seconds because I want them to see and finish the video, and then they get a phone call right there when they're still on our website is the goal.
Yeah. I love that as a retention because when people submit a form, right away they're clicking to something else unless you have a capture video like that, for example. I love it.
Are you doing any lead follow-up? Or you get them live and then you set an appointment and then they're gone and you're on to the next? How do you handle it? Because you're getting like what, 5 to 7 leads a day?
Yeah. I do lead follow-up usually in the middle of everything. Kind of I usually have like 30 to 35 lead follow-ups to make per day, along with the inbound stuff. Inbound obviously takes priority because that's the newest and freshest, and those conversations usually can take 15 minutes to an hour, depending on who it is. And then a lot of the lead follow-up is, a lot of times it's just voicemail, text, or quick conversations with the seller, just checking in. But that's still where deals come from, even through inbound, is still following up with your sellers. We still get deals. We closed a deal in Yuma and made $57,000 on 3 months of follow-up through a PPC lead this year. So can't sleep on that.
Dude, we closed the $26,000 deal yesterday, and I was looking at the conversion rates, days from lead to close. 207 days.
Yeah. Dude, those are the best.
7 days since the lead came in, and then follow-ups, and then we close it for 27.
On the acquisition side, there's no better feeling to me than when you just nurture a lead and follow up for that long to finally convert it into a deal like that. It's just, you take a lot of pride in that for sure.
What do you do when you're on the phone and then all of a sudden you get a PPC lead?
With just a long-term follow-up?
Oh, no, like if you're on the phone, yeah, you're having a conversation with a seller, and then you get something else that just comes, right away. I'm referring to the urgency.
It depends on the importance of the call. If it's just like an old lead follow up, and I'm talking to Brent, and I know he's like 6 months, down the road, I'm shortening that conversation professionally within the next 20 seconds, and I'm going to end that conversation. Yeah. Or if it's with another inbound lead, that's when I just hop into our Slack channel, and I'll at Ryan and at Joshua, and whoever is available first, we'll grab and claim that lead.
Nice.
So we're making sure that somebody is calling that lead within the first 60 seconds of getting that text message.
The submission. Nice.
Yeah.
If there were a hierarchy of marketing channels and leads from those marketing channels, what's your favorite lead and what's your least favorite lead?
Well, favorite lead for sure is my main man, Jesse Champlain, PPC. I mean,
PPC.
I'm sure you've told everybody our ROI right now, right? I'm assuming.
I have not. Tell them.
We're at a 7x ROI, people, right now for PPC.
7.8.
7.8.
Yep.
7.8x ROI right now. So PPC is unmatched. Jesse and his team are by far the best in the game. I've been doing it with him for almost 3 years now. Probably 3 years. Yeah. Worst and least by far least favorite leads are texting leads.
Why?
If you go through the gauntlet of the text leads, man, from back in the day when we got started, you don't know who you're about to get on the phone with. You don't know if the data is correct. You don't know if it's the homeowner. You don't know if it's a tenant. You don't know if it's the owner from 10 years ago. You don't know if it's, for some guys just trying to waste your time. So it just takes a lot longer, right, to get the information that you need on the acquisition side to filter through that lead to see if it's a good qualified lead. Sometimes they don't answer the phone and they want to text you back and forth. And it just is such a prolonged process. There's great deals that come from text marketing, but as an acquisition guy, there's nothing better than someone reaching out to you.
Yeah, it's still, at the end of the day, it's still bulk. You know what I mean? You don't have that sniper quality or the inbound quality that you get with the rest of the stuff. So,
Chad, are you mad at me that we don't do more flips?
Not really. I mean, last year, sure. Cause like at times you're like, man, I'm a design guy. So I like the design. I like the aspect. I like the idea of project managing, but man, you've loaded us up so well with inbound stuff. I don't even know if I would have time to be able to manage, 3 flips going on top of answering 7 inbound leads a day, on top of negotiating and trying to help in other aspects of the business too. So
Howard wants to know what AI are you using on a daily basis?
Just the natural born skill set.
What? So we don't use AI?
No, I don't use no AI, man. I mean,
why
besides,
not?
Chad is the AI.
I guess human interaction, man. The human touch will always, in my opinion, exceed over artificial intelligence. There's something to be said about the human aspect of things. I mean, they heard the Prescott Valley deal. Like, there's no way a robot would have been able to get on the phone with that seller and have an hour conversation and really connect personally like that about what she's going through in order to try to get that deal locked up right then and there. So,
yeah,
I
think a lot of people are using AI incorrectly.
Yeah.
I think that automation is what a lot of people are labeling as AI, right? And that's usually the go high level platforms that people build stuff off of, and you build a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
So it's more automation than it is like AI. I think people say AI like because it's like maybe coming up with what it writes to people or what?
Yeah, I mean it's I mean, at this point you have combinations between what ChatGPT is doing. Basically, they do integrations between ChatGPT features and then other stuff like go high level, right? And then you throw that into the sequences, so now it has like a learning. If it's got a learning process behind it, it's deemed right AI usually on that sense.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I think you're right. Like you're never gonna have the ability to have that heartfelt conversation with somebody else. They may be really good about what they say and response and rebuttals and that type of stuff, but I think the human element is only becoming more important as all these things,
I think too, I mean, the only really like automated thing that we have is kind of just like an automated email and text message that gets sent to the seller when they fill out a submission online.
Yeah.
But other than that, everything is, manual, and that's all my texts, all my voicemails. I try to make it personalized with every single seller, every single different time with different text messages, different voicemails. And yeah, I think in this business, especially with people that are, there's a lot of the business can get a bad reputation as a whole because there are, people that screw with people or waste time or lock them up, put memos. So there's fear involved with these homeowners that are going through a lot of distress, emotional, or whatever it is. So to have someone that can sit there and talk with them for 20 minutes, 30 minutes to really kind of gain that trust and rapport, I think is just huge, and can really kind of take the business to the next level.
I want to put this out there because most of the people, or a lot of the people that we talk to initially, right, especially in the coaching side, I mean, they're coming into it. They still need to learn the ropes. They need to learn the conversations, and they're going through that process of learning. AI and then automations and all the fancy bells and whistles and shiny objects out there are only going to delay you. They may sound like they're going to put you ahead of the curve, but if you're not understanding the internal works of wholesaling and understanding, how to fix a seller's issue truthfully, right? When you go into it and problem solving, skill set and how to make the offers and that sort of thing, just understand it from the inside. When, you can plug all the best bells and whistles on the outside, it's never going to make a difference. I mean, I'm so adamant about that. It's crazy.
I talked to a guy at what meetup was it? It was maybe it was the RIA and Julio. He had a yellow pad of paper, a cell phone, and through door knocking and just calling people from a cell phone made $350,000 last year here in Phoenix. Right, in South Phoenix specifically. With a pad of paper, with a pad of paper, a phone, and didn't know much about comps, didn't have a CRM. It was all like, taped to his wall. $350,000. I mean, he's $100,000 away from being in the top 1% income earner.
450, isn't it the breakthrough or mid fours?
Yeah,
like
440.
Oh, there we go.
So Chad, what does today look like? Are we locking anything up? Are we getting that? Are we getting that big nasty one?
Yeah, we can't talk too much about that, but Josh is in contact with the seller this morning. And Ryan's got an appointment at 12:30 in Mesa as well. So we should have something locked up by the end of the day.
I saw a couple of good leads come in. Did we talk to the one that was what was that, Casa Grande?
Yeah, so Joshua actually, because Jeremy's out today, so Joshua has kind of shifted into my position. So he's taking the inbounds right away. And setting stuff up for Ryan today. And so because I've been trying to get some of these deals. So, but yeah, Joshua has been on it and it's done fantastic. So he's been a massive great green spot in our business.
Wait, so is he going on an appointment to lock up that deal today?
Yeah, well, I don't know if he's going on. I haven't talked to him in a couple hours, but he spoke with the lady this morning. Yes.
Got it. All right. Well, we'll find out.
Yep.
Well, Chad, love you, bud. Get back to work.
Yeah, got a lot of deals to sell, my man. So.
All right, get back.
All right, guys.
See you, brother.
See you.
There we go.
That's amazing. I love that.
There you go. Yeah. Well, let's find out. Let's call Joshua and see if he's got if he's going on this appointment. Joshua. So Joshua's you've met Joshua, right?
Yeah.
Or no? Oh yeah. We'll see if he's out there. This is what I do all day, by the way, guys. I just call these guys up and get hyped. The nice thing is when they don't answer, they're like, text me back. Oh, I'm on the phone or I'm on an appointment.
What's up, Brent?
Hey.
What's happening?
Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day.
You going to lock up that deal or what?
You heard about it?
Yeah. You're live on my show right now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It's a wild deal. It's could be $150,000-$200,000 deal.
Yeah. So can you please go get it done? What are we doing?
Trust me, I want to get this thing done. I might have to make a visit to a nursing home, and if I gotta do that, I'll do it. I'll get it done.
Okay. Well, I don't know the specifics, but I'm sure I'll find out.
Yeah.
Is it it's totally destroyed?
Totally destroyed. Guy died in there a couple weeks ago. Some friends of the family flew in to help process things and get some stuff cleaned out and sell some stuff in the driveway. But other than that, I don't have access to the actual owner yet. So that's the next piece, is getting in front of the decision maker. So that's what I'm working on right now.
Got it. All right, bud. Keep me posted.
Sounds good. Thanks, Brian. See ya.
See ya.
People ask all the time, right? Why would somebody sell at a 60%, 65% of retail when they can sell the property on the MLS and make a lot more money?
Mhm.
Situations like that. I mean, you have emotions that come in and they get in the way. Somebody passes. Like, a lot of people don't want to deal with that. It's traumatic, right? So that's where we come in.
Yeah, I don't know the specifics. I was just told that this property needs everything. If we take it down, clean it up a bit, might have to button up some things in the house, might have to put some money into it, but it would be a good deal. Yeah.
Nice.
But we'll see. It's interesting. Some states you have to disclose if people die in the properties.
Yeah.
Not in Arizona.
No.
You don't have to disclose.
Not in Arizona.
No. Because apparently nobody has ever seen or recorded a ghost or a ghoul or a spirit.
Yeah.
There's still a guy out there that's like, I'll give you $1 million if you can give me a credible evidence of a ghost. Nobody's done it. Have you ever seen a ghost? Have you?
No, they're ghosts. You can't see them, Brent.
Andre, have you seen a ghost? Andre has seen one. Oh, Andre's seen one.
There you go.
Record it next
there's
time. We
always
get
that
$1 million.
one.
Why are you holding out? Gosh, she's so selfish.
Last night that
You saw one last night?
No. I saw if an Airbnb host
If an Airbnb host marks
that their place is haunted,
that it's haunted.
if a guest comes
Yep.
and makes a claim
Yep.
that something happened, Airbnb has to refund them.
Nice. So if you say that there's a ghost in an Airbnb will refund you.
If the host says
That there is one. Well, wouldn't you stay in an Airbnb that has a ghost for that reason? I mean, there's like hotels that people stay in.
To me, it sounds like a value add.
For people that, are into ghouls and ghosts and spirits and whatever.
But yes, you don't have to disclose when somebody dies in a property, and I mean, it's wild how we can come in, and then when we look at things from a problem solving, right, with solution based mentality, like you're able to find those angles. Like, for example, he's gonna have a conversation about the property's a mess, somebody died, and there's emotional distress, there's physical distress, at this point probably financial distress. I mean, there's just layers and layers of stuff that can come and be solved by just moving the property quick. So
and it's the potential. People have to understand that we buy properties in their current as is condition. The potential that we get paid from another investor's opinion of the potential of that deal. Right. Whether that's they want to own it for an Airbnb. Yeah. Might be a strategy for this one.
Yeah.
Because of the ghosts. It could be it could be just a flip. It could be something else.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's what the potential of these problems, but obviously it's going to need significant investment. So,
you have questions?
You're an American Samoa Latua first. That's awesome. You have plenty of ghosts. For real. All right. Well, there you go. Film one. You get $1 million.
There you go.
There we go.
Not from us though. Like some guy on YouTube.
Yeah, it's a scientist that's put it out since like the 70s.
Oh, nice.
Anyway, it is now 11:20. It's now Ghost Talk with Rafael Cortez, and
this is the time the show gets scary.
Yeah, very scary. Yeah. Anyway, the crystal ball. Yeah, that's right. Yes, we look into it. Anyway,
those are all little ghosts, by the way. Inside.
Guys, I just want to, if you guys are, as we're waiting for Stephanie Hunt to join us, and she's going to talk about how she's posting every single day to her social media that she buys houses cash and what the response is there. Here's 18 ways to make money in real estate. I put this at the start of the show. I think it's really important for you guys to understand there's so many different strategies, but if you're just starting out, cash as is. Now, listen, if you have a great high paying job, you have enough disposable income, you have enough that you can go and put into investment properties. The average down payment for a rental property is $50,000. Now, you can go and raise funds, close on a wholesale deal, fix up that wholesale deal, refinance what is called BRRRR, get your money back out of that property and put it back into another property. You can certainly do that. That requires you, 1, to know what a good deal is, 2, to raise funds, 3, to run a construction crew, and understand the costs involved there.
Decent credit.
And 4, decent credit and job history.
Right.
So if you have all those, burst strategies are fantastic, and you can add to your portfolio a bunch. But if you don't, like I didn't, because I had a negative 250 credit score, I had $14 in. Well, I owed $1 million on a judgment, and was driving around in a beat up old car. Cash as is.
Yeah. I mean, I would recommend.
You were a
doing that
firefighter.
regardless. Yes.
You were a firefighter turned
Entrepreneur.
entrepreneur.
That transportation business.
Transportation
Yeah.
business turned acquisition manager.
Yeah.
Sean Terry turned doing your own deals,
Right.
right?
Yep. Yeah. So, I mean,
Did you start with a big budget?
I know. Well,
Were you going to go and lock up a deal and do a wrap and own it in your
no.
portfolio?
Well,
The first,
I mean, there's so many. I mean, it's a loaded question, right? But the answer is no, because I don't know what I'm doing.
right?
When you're breaking into something, the first point of entry is always going to be talking to that seller. It's the point of origin. It's where everything begins. So why not start there as opposed to getting distracted by all these shiny objects that will require money, will require, some type of investment. And I mean, I think if you're smart about business, even if you have the cash, you want to learn about something before you put money into it, right?
Yep.
Mike Mahoney, or a great friend, Mike Mahoney's on the other room. Told me once, right? Just learn stuff to the point that you're dangerous enough in it.
Yep.
And I mean, that just makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
And going into something, putting a lot of money into it, for example, if I don't understand the burr, I don't understand, all these different methods. It's not, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense in my head. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So allocate the funds if you have them, but yeah, you put them into marketing and then understand, learn and grow as you're going through it.
Yeah.
Learn and earn, right?
That's it. Well, it's
Yeah.
interesting. So you look at some of the budgets that some of the bigger guys here in town are spending.
I was talking to Doug Hopkins last night.
Uh-huh.
Bro, it's insane.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. I mean, hundreds of thousands of dollars in marketing a month.
A month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but doing 30, 40, 50, 60 deals at sometimes.
Yeah.
A month.
Yep.
And no flips,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
No flips, just assignments.
Yeah.
Interesting, right?
And
keeping some.
Yeah, keeping some, building that portfolio. I mean, they'll be selective as to like some of these strategy, but most of it is just assignments and wholesaling.
Yep.
Right. The budgets are insane. Like there's no way that getting into it, you want to put, that kind of money if you don't know how to handle the leads, how to have the conversations with leads,
Mhm.
How to structure the offer, make sure that you have something in place, or you're cooking something that's going to make sense to a buyer.
Yep.
So I mean, it just, put in the work, learn the routes, learn the ropes, and then put more into it if as you're growing, right? This, you're talking about posting and just, telling people, being loud about it,
Yeah.
telling people that, what you're doing, going on social media, bro, that's a strategy that Pace took. I mean, if you go back 4 years, I mean,
Pace Morby?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Pace was on the stories
All day.
all day, every day.
That's how he got all his deals.
He was, on the stories 48 hours a day on Sundays.
Yep.
I mean, it's crazy.
He documented, he
yeah.
didn't create.
Yeah, exactly.
And then people joined him. And then the people that joined him were out going and finding deals. And then he would close the deals for him. They bring him to him. They'd be nervous. He would close them for him, get those deals.
It's an absolute game changer. So
if you're loud about what you do, if you let everybody know that you're an investor, if you let everybody know that you buy houses cash.
Yeah.
You don't, guys, here's the strategy. I'll give you the strategy. It'll add 4 deals. Guaranteed. I'll shake your hand virtually right now. Boom. Guaranteed 4 deals this year. Every single day, you friend request, you go into the groups in the areas that you're in. You friend request people in those groups that are in real estate, in your community groups. I love Sacramento. I love Baltimore. I love whatever groups, the mommy groups, the dad groups, the whatever groups. You go in there, you friend request everybody. You get in there, and every single day in your stories, you say, I buy houses cash, and you put your phone number and or some sort of call to action. That's it. To your stories, not to your posts, to your stories. Now we'll see what Stephanie's doing, but over the year, you post it 365 days, you will get 4 deals. The average, what's the average assignment fee?
15.
So if my math is correct, 4 times 15,000 is $60,000. $60,000. It'll take you 7 minutes. I did the breakdown on a different show. It'll take you 7 minutes a week to friend request and post. Let's say 10. Let's say 10. That's 520 minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go 60,000 divided by 520 minutes. That's $115 a minute. Okay. Let's times that by 60 so we know how many. You're getting paid $6,923 an hour if you dig deep and you find your courage and you grab a hold of your courage and you bring it to the forefront and you go, I will post today. I will do it. I will go. I want to make an extra $60,000. I want to make $6,923.07 an hour. I will do it.
I think we just found a catalyst here. I mean, you can make
People
$60,000
do
a
it,
year
Stephanie.
by going to the bathroom.
People won't do it. Will
Do
they,
it.
Steph?
Do it in the bathroom.
Steph,
While
am
you're
I
in the
wrong?
You are so correct.
Monetize.
They won't do it. And yet, Brent, I
Yep.
know like you're mocking us, but it's so true. Like we go through that
Yes.
mental battle of I have to do. Listen, okay. I just revealed this on Travis Goodwin's podcast yesterday.
Good.
That if you go back in some of my videos, even some of the recent ones, sometimes my eyes are red and my nose is a little red. And it's because literally I've been crying right before I did the video.
Right. Why are you
Because
crying?
I was so stressed and so I don't want to do it. And I'll
And
cry.
that's just
I'm like, you're going to cry and you're going to do this video.
How much
But
was
if
that
you
deal you
look-
just
if you go
closed?
back and look-
How much was that deal you just closed with Eugene?
Oh, with George Edwards,
George,
35,000.
sorry, George.
And it was definitely from posting.
What, didn't you do another one too?
Oh yeah, I've done 4 of my deals. Literally
Uh-huh.
4 of them this year was from posting.
And how much have you made from that?
So 35, 70,000.
There you go. There you
Yeah,
go. Where's that bell?
70,000
Where's that bell?
from posting.
Come here.
Yeah.
Do the honors.
So,
Yes.
so you cried and then you did it anyway?
I cried and I did it anyways. And I promise if you go back and look at some of those videos, you'll be like, oh, something's a little off about her. Yeah, because I was crying. I was.
Does it get easier?
It does. It does get easier. And I post, let's see, Abraham says, where do I post? I post in Facebook. I also have a YouTube channel, Stephanie Hunt. And I post in TikTok and also on Instagram.
How many times a day are you posting? What does that look
Once
like?
a day.
On a daily schedule, yeah.
I post once a day, 6 days a week.
Each platform?
I post on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok.
Cool. Are you doing it directly or through like a syndication?
I don't even know what a syndication is. So yeah,
platform? All right, perfect. Directly. Yeah. I like it.
So you're just doing it on your phone.
Correct. I literally turn my phone to me and just do the post. And all of my posts are 60 seconds or less.
Right.
And none of them have to do with real estate.
Right.
I just say, I start off the post with, hello, it is Stephanie Hunt here, and I buy houses. And then I just speak about what's on my mind.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, she's not going, oh, look at this house and look at that and look at this and look at, oh, this is, and doing the green screen where it has like houses. She's not doing any of that. She
I
could.
like that.
Anybody could. You could do all
Yeah,
those things.
I could.
Especially, listen, if you're really familiar with how to use these platforms, this should be a no-brainer. Get as creative as you want. But if you don't know anything about these, do you have a master's degree in these platforms, Stephanie? Were you
No,
posting all the time
probably
before
does.
that?
Okay, I'm going to tell you how naive I am to the platforms. I did not know that Instagram and Facebook had 2 different messaging platforms.
That's right.
I had no idea until somebody said, hey, I sent you a message on Instagram. And I went to my regular messenger platform, which is through Facebook, but I didn't know that. I thought it was the same because I was like, well, they're owned by the same people. Why wouldn't it be that? I had to figure that out. That's how much I know.
Where do you live, Stephanie?
Columbus, Ohio, baby.
Is that where you're doing deals? Are
It
people
is.
referring you deals in Columbus from
In
this?
Columbus, Ohio. Yep. I've done so many videos that somebody at the skating rink made me a shirt. that says, "Hello there, it's Stephanie Hunt here," and on the back says, "I buy houses" with my telephone number on it.
That's awesome. Talk about personal branding.
Well,
Yeah,
Stephanie is a top skater in that in Columbus, Ohio. Watch out.
I do love to skate.
Yep.
Nice.
My first deal was from skating.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, you're making these posts. Are these easier deals? Are these harder deals? Like who's reaching out to you?
So
And
the ones that are reaching out to me are very easy because they've already made a decision to sell.
right.
They know they want to sell, and they are completely aware that I'm buying cash.
Yep.
I mean, they're like, yeah, this is what I want to do. And they have a sense of like, I know you, Stephanie, because you've literally shared your life to me on these different platforms.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so, and are they ready to sell right now? Are they the ones that are taking that there's a lot of obstacles in the way and these take like 90 days, 120 days?
All of the ones that I did this in 2024 are ready to sell right away, right now. I have one right now. They're looking at 3 to 6 months. And their issue is just that their dad is experiencing dementia. The son lives in New Jersey, and they're just going through the transition of moving him out of that house into back to New Jersey. Well, not back to New Jersey, but to a new location in New Jersey.
Awesome. What is your YouTube channel?
It is just Stephanie Hunt. That's it. My handle is Step Up and Play Big. I don't know if that might help narrow it down somewhere. Step Up and Play Big.
How are you friend requesting people in Facebook? How are you doing that?
So I did it based on what you told us how to do. Just go through all the different real estate groups and befriend everyone in there. I also befriend any type of marketing type of group in Columbus, or I'll go through those. And so then what I did lean into that happened, I saw someone who had 5,000 friends and I knew her. So I just went through all her friends and requested all her friends. So that helped a lot. I was like, her platform was her profile was open. It was not private. So I just went through and that helped me hit the over 3,000 mark. And I'm pushing for that $5,000 mark.
And so they slow you down, right?
They
Facebook.
do.
So how does that
They
work?
kind of slow you down, but so after a while, you keep hitting a request. They'll just say, this option is not available to you right now.
Right.
And you just kind of back off for 24 hours, sometimes 48, and then go back into it and do it again.
What time of day do you make your posts?
Yeah, so I have not leaned into a specific time of day. I just know I have to get it done.
Yep.
That's it. So my goal, though, is I want to do it first and right away because it's the thing that I struggle with the most right now. So like cold calling used to be the thing I struggled with the most, and I would get it done first and right away. So now my new thought is, okay, you're deciding to do 6 days a week, and it's simple posts. It's less than a minute per post. Yep. Get it done first thing right away. So I would like to do it first thing in the morning, 8 a.m. That's the goal. But right now, it's just, hey, go get this done whenever.
Are you going through all videos? Like, is it always a video, or do you write stuff out? I mean, do you see different engagement from different types of posts, or just
I do just videos only. And Raphael, I'm not ready to track that yet. What's tracking the most, what's better, what's good. I post and ghost. That's the truth.
Posting ghost.
Well, listen, hey, I respect that. And I actually think it's a stronger strategy because a lot of people, it's quicksand. It's a trap, social media. Okay. A lot of people go, well, I don't want to do the social media thing because I'll just stay on it. I don't have enough self-discipline to not get pulled into the algorithm. The algorithm all of a sudden is just this seductive thing that pulls all my attention away. And then I don't do anything.
You end up learning everything about cats.
Right. Yes. So I post and ghost. Cats? I have no idea. Like, TikTok threatened to kick me off their platform. I didn't even know. I was like,
right.
What? I didn't even know until they had to put an alert as soon as I came on to their platform. It's like, hey, we're about to kick you off because your posts are violating some type of content, which was just crazy, but whatever. I didn't even know. And I had to go into the inbox in there. I had to find what that was. Where is their inbox? What does that look like? Because I post and ghost.
Right.
Yeah.
That's it. How much time and what is the VO?
Oh, this is great. So the VO is the virtual office. And this is just where everyone who is in the Rhino tribe, which if you make a decision to join, then you know that there are going to be people 24 hours a day that will be in a Zoom to cold call. Cold call, create deals, to discuss, to encourage. We had a great conversation today about your income thermostat, and it was incredible. We also have many people in there are closing deals together, partnering up, and it is just a good place where I have confirmed. I've gone through my time of this time in my life of confirming old cliches. You can't treat your dog new trick. That's a lie. You can't. But does misery love company? Yeah, it does. That's
Mhm.
the truth. So it's a good place where misery loves company. And what you'll find is that cold calling is not so miserable. It can
That's right.
actually be enjoyable. It can be fun. It can be great. And we have a good time in there.
I like that. Yeah.
So wait a second. What were you guys talking about? Financial thermostat.
Yeah, so Ben, what is Ben's last name? I don't remember his last name right now.
Turk?
So Ben asked, well, he was asking about what you say about the financial thermostat. He kind of didn't understand what that meant.
Yeah.
And so he was saying, I really am fine with just the plain things in life. Like, I really don't need that. And I said, yeah, but you also said your why for doing this is that you wanted to leave your family a great inheritance. I said, but if you have like a big semi truck often have governors on their speed limit. And if the governor is only 65 miles per hour, but you need to hit a 95, 100, then you got to take that governor off. If you want to leave this great inheritance for your family, and you know that your governor is set or your thermostat is only set for 80 grand a year, then you're not going to leave that inheritance.
Yep.
So to remove that governor or to up that thermostat means to hang out with people who are making more than you.
That's it.
Who are doing more than you, who have a bigger capacity to handle and to have more money.
Yeah, it's psychological. It's the 0 to 12. From the time you're born to the time you're 12, the way that your environment speaks about money is how you're going to set your financial thermostat.
Yep.
And so the only way to really adjust that, if that's your decision, which most people don't, because most people are just in lockstep with, the life that they live, and that's fine. They're happy, they're fulfilled, they're doing the thing. They don't care. They're going to die. They don't care. Their kids can do whatever they want to do. They're just, it doesn't really matter in the end, whatever. But for some of us that have these weird brains that are like, I want more. I want more and better opportunities. That's what wealth is. Tom Kroll tells us that all the time. More and different and better opportunities and doors open. Then we have to go out there and provide an incredible amount of value. And so a lot of the time we reduce the amount of value that we feel like we should be giving, one, from a selfish place, but two, from just conditioning that we had from the time that we were 0 to 12. Guys, this is not me. You could look it up. I'm literally just, I'm regurgitating what I've learned. This is not Brent, the scientist. This is just easy Google search. You know what I mean? This is just books that you read.
But it's completely true. I mean, you do create your biases and everything else as adults from those early on experiences. I can tell you from first. What
was your 0 to 12?
Bro, what was yours?
My 0 was like locked at 30K. I mean, that was my thing. I thought 30K, genuinely, when I was growing up, 17, 18, I was like, I want to grow up and make $30,000 a year.
Right.
And
but what was your childhood like? 0 to 12.
So very, very humble. I grew up in, that age in my life. Most of it was spent on Mexico. And then I went to school right across the border. So I grew up in a mobile home, so I wasn't exposed to luxuries and restaurants. And any of that stuff. Right. So my financial
restaurants are a luxury.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it was not that we couldn't go and eat at a restaurant, but it wasn't a common thing. It was a very special occasion. Like, it was a birthday. And we were like, I don't know, Cracker Barrel or something.
Yeah.
And it's, it's a very real thing, right? So what that did, my financial thermostat was set it, really, really low. So internally, one of the biggest mindset battles that I've had throughout my life, was breaking through that threshold. And how did I do it? I started seeing what other people were doing, and hanging out with people was like, all right, they're being successful. They're thinking bigger. They're thinking, the possibilities are out there. They're letting go of those limiting beliefs on no, this is not for me, or this is not, I'm not built for this. We can break, and you can absolutely teach an old dog new tricks, right? Like you said. So I totally agree with that. But it's important to break through those barriers, because until you're doing some critical thinking on your own and growing with it, you're just going to be following the same pattern that was gifted to you during those first 12 years.
What about your 0 to 12, Stephanie?
So this was like, so thanks for asking. Because I definitely wanted to key in on this. For me, was that rich people are evil. Wealthy people are evil. They're bad. They're terrible. And making a decision to go into the wealthy environment to find out for myself. So I took a job with a high-end restaurant, or high-end restaurant of chains of restaurants. And they have what's called premier events. And I was a server for the premier events. And one of the first events I went to that they did, they took an airport hangar and transformed it into a ballroom. It was beautiful. And Israel, the president of Israel and the former president of Israel was at this event, and nobody knew that they were here in the United States, let alone in Columbus, Ohio. And being in that job, I realized that the people who were sitting closest to the front were the most wealthy people. And the people, as you kind of go back, were the maybe rich people, but not as, but the further and further I gained my skill to serve the people in the front, the nicer and nicer they became. I was so amazed by that. That transformed my brain so much. The people who were sitting up front were the ones that looked at me and I said, hey, what's your name? And remembered it. And if they didn't remember it, apologize. I'm so sorry. I can't remember your name. Please tell me again. And that was just amazing to me, to really go find out, is this true or not? Are rich people evil? Because it's portrayed on TV all the time. It's portrayed in the upbringing of my household all the time. So that was huge for me.
Love it. In the VO, deep conversations in the virtual office. That's awesome.
It is very
Stephanie,
good.
you're the best.
All right, thank you. Bye, guys.
See ya.
Good to see you.
Guys, check out Stephanie on Facebook. Obviously, she will probably hunt you down and add you as a friend, Stephanie Hunt, on Facebook. And I'm sure if you just type that in, you'll find her handle for Instagram as well, and her YouTube channel. That's it, guys. What a great way to end the show. Getting to the nitty gritty about financial. I know.
I'm gonna leave here thinking about.
Well, you're on fire today. Your question. You've been bringing the questions today.
I have, right?
And you look great. It must be that.
Today.
It's that hoodie. I'll tell you what. Anyway, bring it in, guys. Thank you for joining us, guys. We do this every Wednesday on the Brent Daniels YouTube channel. Make sure that you are liking and subscribing and opening this up on behalf of Luke and Matt and Alejandra and Raphael and myself. We love you guys. If you're interested in going to the next level, go to wholesalinginc.com. Check out what we're all about. If you're interested in pay-per-click, go to talktopeople.com. And that's it. Remember this. Keep your house clean, protect your health, and increase your value to the world. You'll live a fantastic life. Love you guys. See you soon.